Your word is your wand. Florence Scovel-Shinn said this, and it's something I've really sat with a lot, and it's not just your word. It is the energetic vibration behind what you are saying, behind what you are wielding with your words. I have to just say, y'all, I had my hair in two little braids, and I took it out, and I feel a little bit like I'm 10, but it's also kind of fun. So here we are. Osmond likes it for sure. Okay, so your word is your wand. Welcome to Yaroke Academy of Healing, Expanding, Spiritually Transforming, and Mastering Energetics. I am your host, Yaroke, leadership, mentor, nervous system genius, clinically trained therapist, spiritual teacher, and all around energetic sorceress. So your word literally creates your life. How you're speaking, but more than that, it's the energy behind what you are saying. So we can say a lot of things, but if our energetic vibration is misaligned from what we're saying, we're not going to create what we desire to create. And so many things have to happen here to get into alignment. His hair got my nose. Your desires, thoughts, and feelings all have to be in alignment. Like, just sit with that for a minute. And your desires need to come from a pure place, not from an ego place. It doesn't mean that people can't create from an ego place. They literally can, but they still might feel like shit. And so you have to decide, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel lit up and juicy and alive and like filled with Eros energy? And Eros energy is not just sex. Eros energy is your vitality. It's your aliveness. It's how you actually feel in your life. So how do you want to feel? So if your desires are coming from an ego place, you're going to feel contracted, controlling, like you have to have it all together, like it has to look a certain way, and you're going to be avoiding the very beautiful journey of life. Especially if you are a spiritually minded human or like a soul-centered human or heart-centered human, we are meant to have lessons, initiations, transformations. We're meant to be alchemizing and expanding and weaving this beautiful life that we feel nourished and supported and good in. And good doesn't mean devoid of problems, because sometimes those things we call problems, quote unquote, are the thing that is stretching us and ripping us open in the most beautiful of ways. You don't want a life that never has issues. How fucking boring would that be? Like, you want a life that's continually activating you, expanding you, shifting you, transforming you, that you can dive down into the depths, into the dark, and swim around down there and then bring it all forward and alchemize it into gold and then go to the brightest expansiveness of your spirit. And in order to be able to do that, your desires must come from an embodied, pure, potent place, not an ego desire. So that's one place. Then we want to be connected to our emotions and how we actually feel, because your emotions are the language of the universe, which is then going to create the thoughts you are having. And you'll actually get to a place where you have no thoughts. Like, can you imagine that? It's actually not having good or bad thoughts, it's about having no thoughts. Like, I'm at this place in my life where I have no thoughts and I just have downloads and action and downloads, and it's like making me teary. Let me tell you why it's making me teary, because I spent my whole life obsessing, ruminating, overthinking, judging, like just obsessively thinking. My brain is very active. I have a genius brain. It has a lot of thoughts all the time and it's firing rapidly. And so I've gotten to this place of pure presence where I don't have thoughts. They're like, oh, here's a thought, here's an action, here's a download, here's an action, here's a download, let's rest. Here's a download, let's read some romantasy. Here's a download, let's take a bath, let's sing, let's do something fun. Like, here are some thoughts that are coming up. Okay, let me get curious about what's happening within me. Like, I can't tell you what a gift that is. And my method, the Yaroke way, guides you there. It literally guides you to a place where you stop thinking and you're just being. Like, can you imagine? You're not obsessing or ruminating or trying to figure it out or running in circles or chasing your tail or doing obsessively or hustling. Like, you literally can just be. It's truly making me cry because I've suffered for so long. And my suffering, my trial by fire is your gold, because I have created a method that actually guides you to have a nervous system that feels like it's dripping in gold, so that you also can be so present that you're not running through obsessive thinking. You're actually just tapped in and you're in alignment. And your desires are pure and they're potent. And the energy behind what you're saying is in alignment with who you're being. And so let me give you a couple examples. I had a client who would kind of obsessively clean her house. And I would say to her, I think there's something going on here. Like, I feel some control energy. And she would fight me, like rigidly fight me. And then we were in a mastermind and she said, no, I hear what you're saying, but I could feel in her body that she actually didn't. And so we kind of had a wrangle, right? And often if you're wrangling with me, you're actually wrangling with yourself because I'm a mirror that's like, here, I feel this energy. Let's talk about this weird energy. Now, weird energy could be contracted energy. It could be graspy energy. It could be controlling energy. It could be it's just a misaligned energy, something that's not tapped in. And so she was just like, there was this obsession with the house and it was causing disconnection with her husband. So she was saying, yes, I hear you, but her body was not telling me that it actually was landing. And now this isn't about me being right because I don't have to be right. This is about the energy that I'm feeling. And as she and I teased it apart, we actually got to a place where she realized that her cleaning was totally coming from control and it was totally coming from seeking safety and it was coming from avoidance of intimacy. And we broke it apart and she literally broke free from it. And she started to create more connection in her marriage, which eventually her marriage did end. But that doesn't happen for everybody. Some people deepen into their relationships. Some people actually are catalyzed out of a misaligned relationship. Like, what a gift to no longer be with someone who you actually don't want to be with. And that's one of the scariest things in the world. And so, in my world, I'm going to guide you in a way that's going to set you free into what is actually authentic. So you might be in a marriage and there's disconnection and we do work and it deepens you in your relationship, or you might be in a marriage and we do work and it's like, oh, actually, this is not in alignment. And the cool part about her was that she was not actually the one who initiated the separation because of the way that it happened. It was actually him. And then she was the one who actually took action on the separation. Like, the freedom that we create in my world is profound. And so in that, her words were not matching, her energy was not matching her words, right? So your word is your wand and it creates your life, but it's actually the energy behind it. So how you speak about money, how you speak about your partner, how you speak about your business, how you speak about your clients, how you speak about yourself. Like, if you're running around saying beautiful things about yourself, but energetically you're not actually experiencing that energy, that's going to show up in your life. And so this happens with my clients all the time. It's like, is your energy matching your words? How are you speaking? But more importantly, what is the energetic vibration behind it? What is the energetic vibration behind your desires? What is the energetic vibration behind your relationships? What is your energetic vibration around how you're relating to the world, how you're being in the world? Like, are you standing in the middle of a grocery store judging everybody? And then contracting and then feeling resentful that nobody sees you, quote unquote? Or are you standing in the middle of a grocery store able to have your heart open and you're embodied in joy and vitality and magnetism and you're attracting beautiful energy to you if you want that energy? Or are you able to just move through the grocery store with grace and ease and kindness and get your things done and move along? Like, if you're in the middle of the grocery store and you're all contracted and bitchy and judgy and then mad that nobody's saying hello to you, what is that going to create? Whereas if you're standing there and you're like, hey, here I am. I'm like lit up and I'm juicy and I'm alive and let's play. And people can actually approach you and like match you in that energy. Or are you just like, hey, I'm here to get my shit done and I'm moving through the grocery store with grace and kindness? Do you see those three different examples there? And when we are conscious to our unconscious, because there are so many layers to our unconscious, y'all, so many layers. You just can keep going, 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 keep digging more into the unconscious because there are so many layers. And when you are conscious, when you start to bring your unconscious into consciousness, it no longer controls your life. Carl Jung said, your unconscious will control your life and you will call it fate. This is what I said, until you bring the unconscious into consciousness, it will control your life and you will call it fate. Sit with that. Because our egos will get involved here and be like, no, I know the things. You don't. I promise you don't. I promise you haven't gone deep enough because most people haven't gone deep enough because there's always more. There's always more reflection. There's always more mirroring. There's always more like being able to look at what is happening in your external world and go, How is my energetic vibration playing a role in this? How are my patterns being constellated out into my present reality so that I can actually heal them? Like when you can access that and get honest with yourself about it and show up and meet that with grace, with full honesty in your body, and then you start to use your word as your wand in a way that is in alignment with your desires, your emotions, and your thoughts, it's so freaking powerful. And most of the time, we don't realize how we're speaking about things and how that's affecting our lives. An example I used in my Instagram post today was if you're a spiritual person, you're like, oh, yeah, it's kind of woo woo, and you're like rolling your eyes a little bit and you're kind of giggling around it, you are detracting from the potency of who you are and how you show up and who you are as a spiritually gifted human. You're not taking it seriously. And there's a difference between taking things seriously and being really rigid, because that's not actually taking things seriously, it's just being an asshole. But taking things seriously and still having lightness and joy, right? It's like I can anchor into the seriousness of my gifts. I can also laugh at myself, because if you can't laugh at yourself, you are really just creating so much contraction in your life. Like being able to laugh at yourself is one of the highest forms of spiritual enlightenment. Like joy, bringing laughter to hard moments, like genuine laughter, not laughter as a defense mechanism, because that's a different thing. There's a different thing between really anchoring in and feeling to the depths of your being and then having true, genuine laughter versus laughing around your feelings and never actually being with your feelings. Those are different things. Again, a really beautiful example of your energetic vibration behind your words or behind your actions or behind is it a defense mechanism? Is it a defense mechanism, an addictive behavior, a protector? Are you encasing yourself in a bunch of protective ways of being because you're afraid to be vulnerable and actually anchor into taking yourself and your life seriously? A lot of people struggle to do that. And here's the thing, like I said, it's not being so serious that you're so like rigid or you lack humor. It's being able to anchor into the seriousness of who you are, of your magic, of your gifts, of the beauty of you, and then have hold it all with such lightness so that you can actually have joy in the process. In my world, I guide you to get clean, clear energy behind your words so you can wield your wand of your words in the most beautiful and potent and clear way. Because when you have messy energy behind the words you're wielding, you create a messy life. And so just sit with your life right now. Where could you possibly get more honest and clearer around the way you are relating to something, both energetically and through how you speak about it? Like, write this down and then really get honest with yourself. Where's the messy energy coming from? How is it protecting you? And what do you need to do to feel safe to release the messy energy, get clear, and let that energy behind what the words you're wielding be pure and clear and connected and honest? And if you want to do deeper work with me on this, there are several ways to join my world. The ROK Way Mystery School only has one spot left, and we start on February 1st, and I cannot wait. So there is that space. Aslan's very excited about it as well. He's also just very excited because I just got home from Montana yesterday, and he's like, my mom has been gone for so long. I have died without her. 17 and a half, this boy. He's such a good baby. Okay. So there's the ROK Way Mystery School. There's also the Portal, which is my 6 or 12-month group mentorship program. You can enroll in that anytime. We have a monthly theme in that. We have so many different other, like you have a Telegram channel. I'm in there Monday through Friday giving riffs. We have 3 live calls with that. It is a potent, powerful community of other humans doing this work, and it's really profound and really beautiful. I didn't share in the mystery school, you have 3 live calls that are more intimate, more for deeper processing, more for going deeper together, more for activations and individualized work. It's a much smaller group. So we have 3 live calls for that. You have a personal Telegram channel to really go deep in between the calls. and you have access to the portal, and you have access to all of my programs, which the portal also has access to all of my programs. So when you join the ROK Way Mystery School, you have access to the portal during the 6 months that you are in the mystery school. So those are the primary ways right now. I have the composer, which will start again in April. And if you have any questions, just reach out, send me a carrier pigeon, let Aslan know. No, I'm just kidding. Send me a message on Instagram is one of the most beautiful ways. Leave a comment here, email me, and we're gonna go do a call for the portal right now. Aslan's very excited about it.